Today I'm going to show you how to plant up the Thompson Morgan's flower pouch. Vertical gardening is becoming more and more interesting for the home gardener. There's a wide range of plants you can grow in them, including vegetables. The first thing we need to do is to use a good quality compost and add some feed to the compost. The long-lasting feed is the best, and you mix that. If you're using Incredible Bloom, you use 3 grams to the litre of compost. Mix that in with the compost and you're ready to start filling your pouch. Now it's important when you fill the pouch that you fill it right into the corners, because if you don't fill it into the corners, when you water it, the bag will sag and then it'll look very disappointing and never produce a good full display of flowers. Today we're using the Thompson Morgan Garden Ready plants, but you can use a wide range of plants in these pouches where you can plant it straight through from this side. These are quite mature plants, so it's easier to plant them from the inside. And a little tip here is to wrap the plant up in paper as such, and then you can feed it through from the inside without damaging the plant. And there we go, the plant's in position, making sure you've got all the leaves through, and there's your first plant. You then need to build the pouch up with compost all the way along. One thing I didn't mention is when you're using the plants, make sure they're nice and moist before you start using them. It's easier for the plant then to get established in the pouch. The more you do it, the easier it becomes with this little tip. Not to be too forceful, just gently through, and there we go. And again, the plant's in position. Just firm it in round there. Again, some more compost into the pouch, and then you're ready to fill again here. These holes are all pre-cut for you, so you know exactly where to put your plants. So you build all the way up the pouch, as you can see there. A little tip that I didn't give you was when you're taking the plants out, give this a good squeeze first before you pull the plants out. That'll save you breaking the plant out of the cell and ruining the plant. So then it should come out nice and easy. So what you need to do is fill the pouch up nearly to the top of the pouch, leaving sufficient room for the water. Again, firming it. Once you've done that, you can put your last plant in the top of the pouch. And I tend to always use one of the weaker plants at the top because they tend to grow more vigorously than some down the side. So that's your pouch ready to go. The next most important thing you need to do is to give it a good soak of water. And you need to let the water percolate right through the pouch to the bottom, and when it's right at the bottom, you should see the water just dripping out from here. So it hasn't got sufficient water until you see it dripping from there. Then you can do two things. You can hang it in a nice shady warm place, and it probably won't want watering for another 2 weeks, or you can actually lay it on its back and wait another 2 weeks or so. When the plants are just starting to droop, that's the time to give it another water and let again the water percolate through, and then your pouch will grow even all the way down. If you don't do that, you'll find that the pouch at the top will be a lot of foliage, and then it'll be small at the bottom, and it could be overwatering or underwatering that creates that problem. So it's important that you keep the plants dry and then give them a good soak. So you just have to take your time with this, slowly letting the water go into the pouch, and obviously it will start running out from the top of the holes first, but what I tend to do is to water more from the back, and then that allows the water to go through there and then slowly percolate out. And it's surprising how much water you will need to give your plants. And that's why you don't have to give it too much water for another 2 or 3 weeks, depending on the weather and where you keep the pouch. So it's going to take this full can of water, which is probably a gallon and a half, I would guess. The compost has settled in the pouch now, so I'm just going to put another handful at the back here to make up for where the water has made the compost go down. So you can see the water is now starting to come out from the holes at the bottom, which is exactly what you want to see, and very shortly you'll find some water will be coming out from where this first plant was put into the pouch. You're now ready to hang the flower pouch up or lay it on the greenhouse bench, and that's how you'll get the perfect pouch. It's quite heavy, but that's what you need to have.